The Intergovernmental Fintech Working Group, the IFWG, has been engaging all industry role players on security, best practice and the way forward following some major scandals and fraud in the area of cryptocurrency. And there are serious calls for the cryptocurrency arena to be regulated to guard against some of the scandals that have taken place. At the same time, China's pushback against cryptocurrencies has got players worried about what this could mean for the likes of Bitcoin and others. The largest of the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, has been extremely volatile in recent times. Well, to discuss the future of money, cryptocurrencies included, I'm joined by the former technology head of the Russian stock exchange, Mark Chirnside. He's now the CEO of Xago. Thank you very much, Mark, for joining us. So why is the regulation of cryptocurrency in South Africa so important, and what do you think is the delay?
Good afternoon. It's very important to us, and it's very important to the consumer in order to make it possible to feel like we're on a fair, level playing field with all the banks and other financial institutions. At the moment, there are so many stories about bad actors in the industry, and they're not, we're not all bad actors, to be fair. So it's important that we get onto the ground where we're proving who you are, what you're doing, and reporting where necessary. I've been on the receiving end of regulation in another part of the world, and it made a major difference to our business at the time. So definitely looking forward to it.
Just give us a little bit of background. What is it that you do as Xago in the cryptocurrency space?
Yeah, we enable people to move money quickly. So that's the prime reason. So, for example, if you do money transfer today, it's going to take anything up to 5 days to move the money to a location in Africa. It could cost you 9%, and you've probably no idea when it's going to get there. So we've got to take some certainty into that. So Argo enables you to do it in 3.8 seconds, which is slightly faster, considerably cheaper, much cheaper, sub 1% typically. And also that we give you that certainty that your money's arrived in your destination. And we use crypto as the rails for that, rather than the existing banking and financial infrastructure.
Yeah. Presumably, you do believe that cryptocurrencies are the future of money, even though, of course, central banks don't necessarily support that view. What's your advice to ordinary folk? Should they start getting some sort of exposure to crypto, and how do they do so with minimal risk?
Well, as you rightly said earlier, there is a fluctuation in currency values at this time, and it is quite volatile. But you can do it if you're safe. You buy in when it's low and you sell when it's high. Very simplistic approach, and a lot of people do that. And they sit on the currency because it's going to go up in value. So it is important that people take it seriously. Don't go onto a site, for example, that doesn't do a FICA check on you. If they don't ask for your ID and your proof of address, they're probably a scam. So make sure you do that. If they don't ask for your bank account, proof of your bank account, again, why aren't they asking that? So like a bank would, if you're opening a bank account, if you take that as seriously as we do, for example, it's very important that you make sure that all the normal checks and balances in your controls are right. I just recently saw a scam where someone literally put the name of a local crypto exchange at gmail.com. It's not going to be the real people. And they lost about 30,000 Rand. That was last week.
Yeah. One last thing, Mark. Anti-money laundering is a hot topic globally right now, and we know that crypto exchanges and the crypto market is often cited as being a good conduit for illicit transfers because of the lack of regulation in some parts of the world. What does Xago have in place to deal with those kind of threats?
I'm not going to give you a whole answer because I don't want the fraudster to know every bit that we do, but let me just say, so we do a check of your ID. We check your face with the biometrics at Department of Home Affairs. We check your address. We check your bank account. We check that you're not on a sanctions list. We check that the destination you're sending money to is not on a list which is defined as a bad actor in the crypto space. Those 6 things alone are quite a large number of steps. But on top of that, we do a couple of things, 3 things called value, volume, and velocity. We make sure you're not doing something out of the normal. So there's a lot of checks and balances in Xago, and we built that way so that we can be ready for regulation when it comes in. And regulation is coming to South Africa, and it needs to come. So we're a party to that. We want regulation. we wish to be regulated. It's a very important step for us.
Indeed. Mark, we're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for your insights there. Mark Chirnside, he's the CEO of Xago.